Hello, and welcome to Fencing Sports Psychology. I'm Dr. John Heil, author of Mental Training Competition Master Plan. A brief description of the mental training technique follows. The actual audio with video mental skills rehearsal technique appears on a separate file. The goal of sports psychology is to build mental skills to enhance performance, especially performance under pressure. Mental training is the means by which psychological skills are built. There are 5 cardinal skills of mental training. These are intensity control, concentration, self-talk, imagery, and performance routines. Performance routines prepare the athlete for competition by anticipating challenges, by developing an action plan, and by rehearsing this plan so that it is ready to use when needed. There are 3 types of performance routines in fencing: the competition master plan, the game day management plan, also known as the between bout routine, and the between touch routine. The purpose of these routines is to bring a systematic and disciplined psychological approach to competition. The competition master plan is used to prepare psychologically for competition from start to finish. It begins with awakening on game day, continues through the competition, and concludes with a final performance critique. While developed by and for elite athletes, it reflects many of the common challenges found in any fencing competition at any level. The competition master plan is a performance routine which incorporates intensity control, concentration, self-talk, and imagery. The training exercise begins with a sequence of intensity control methods and is followed by a series of imagery-based sport scenarios. Concentration skill building and self-talk are consistently integrated into the routine. Concentration skills are built into the sport scenarios as a shift in focus from challenge situation to psychological skill response. Self-talk appears as the affirmation positive, focused, relaxed throughout the routine. It is suitable for focusing or refocusing when distracted. Self-talk and concentration are brought together in the use of the word ready as a focusing cue in the moment action begins. The intensity control component includes a lengthy relaxation focusing technique followed by 2 brief intensity control methods. 1 to modulate intensity downward, and 1 to boost intensity upward. The initial lengthy relaxation focusing technique serves 2 purposes. First, it is practice at intensity control, specifically lowering intensity level, and second, by lowering intensity, it helps set the stage for the use of imagery, which typically is more clear and vivid in a quiet state of mind. The lengthy relaxation technique can be used prior to a bout, while the brief relaxation method can be used between touches. The brief intensity boosting technique can also be used as needed, but is particularly important to use between touches. The use of brief intensity control methods is incorporated into the sport scenarios. The scenarios recreate psychological challenges that typically arise during competition. The initial segment of the performance routine calls up the sight and sounds and feel of a fencing competition. It is designed to help the athlete transition to the proper mental state for mental training. This is then followed by a series of 8 sports scenarios. 3 scenarios related to preparation for competition, and 5 scenarios reflecting situations that may arise as competition unfolds. Each scenario includes a challenge situation that is followed by a psychological response to that challenge. The language of the script is process-oriented, that is, focusing on proper skill execution. It does not focus on results. That is, it does not make mention of specific outcomes, such as a particular score. This is based on the understanding that a focus on skill will bring results. Expectation for specific results would be addressed independently as part of a goal-setting program. The language of the script intentionally includes a substantial degree of repetition, as this appears to help the mental training techniques become more deeply ingrained and therefore more accessible under stress. This particular performance routine is meant as a starting point for developing a personal competition master plan. It is easily modifiable. In this regard, it is useful to think of each scenario as a modular unit which can be changed or removed altogether. For each scenario, the athlete can change the details of the particular challenge situation, change the psychological response to the challenge, or remove the scenario altogether. The length of the script can be varied by increasing or decreasing the number of scenarios. Any and all specific phrasing is modifiable. For example, if the affirmation positive, focused, relaxed is not suitable or meaningful to an individual athlete, it can be changed. Like most audio scripts, this is typically practiced in the traditional fashion with eyes closed. However, this particular product is also designed for eyes open use. Working with eyes open can be a useful step in transferring mental skills from practice to competition. Reading the script as text and experiencing it as a mental training exercise are fundamentally different. The purpose of mental training is to get inside the experience of competition, to live it, not simply think about it. In closing, I would like to express my appreciation to Paul Soter and to the athletes and coaches of the men's épée squad of the Athens Quadrennium for their contribution to this program.